What's up, YouTube? Yosho Cycles coming at you with a special one today. You know, bikes are inanimate objects. Like they're steel, they're cables, they're this, they're that. But some of them stay with you. Some of them have a special meaning with you, and some of them just kind of hit home when you see one. Memories, this, and that, and that's what happened to me. Quick backstory. I used to BMX a lot when I was in my teenage years. And me and my brother-in-law used to go everywhere. And, I remember we used to pile our bikes in my sister's car and go out, find a dirt track, and just bunny hop, use the ramps. I mean, everything. I'm very fortunate enough that I still have my Elf that I built back when I was 16. I'm very fortunate that I was able to keep it. Unfortunately, he passed away, and he had a GT Fueler. And a GT Fueler is not a bike you see too often, even nowadays. You just don't see him too often. So when one came across on OfferUp, I just, had to pull the trigger. I had to go get it, and I found it like 2 miles away from the house. The guy was super cool, super nice. As I was buying it, I almost started crying, so I paid him before I started crying. That way he didn't raise the price on me. So let me show you what I got. And like I said, yeah, they're inanimate objects. They're pieces of steel. They got two wheels. You push them and they go, but that's not all they are. Alright, so this is a 1995 GT Fueler, and they're pretty, you don't see them often. It's not every day. They're not like a Performer or even a Mach 1 or even a box series. Like, I've seen more box series than I've seen. This is the only one I've seen, to be honest with you. Like, seriously, after besides his, and his got left at a friend's house, and so-and-so took it, and then so-and-so took it to his house, and then so-and-so used it to get to his house, and the bike just kind of, we kind of lost track of it. So this is kind of a tribute built to him, and let's see what I picked up here. Let's see what I got. Not 100% sure what's going to happen to her. I want to do some upgrades. I want to keep her, but please keep in mind, I'm 6'1". I don't do well on 20-inch bikes. I really don't, But let's start off. Let's start off with the crank, because that's where we always start off with, and it looks like a one-piece GT Power Series crank. I don't remember seeing them in black back in the day, so I don't know. Because this is a really, really nice paint job. Like, if someone painted this in their house, this is an amazing paint job. Either that, it was powder coated. I don't know if it came black. I don't know. I remember his had a GT 3-piece. So, and it had a different front sprocket, which he switched out. We never kept them stock. We always switched out parts. So it's got a GT Power Series crank, one piece. You can tell it's a pure Power Series crank just because of the styling, and it has that little flat spot. And I mean, it's the era. This is what you had. If you had a one piece, this is what you had. It's got a GT Spider with a nice crankset, with a nice sprocket. Sorry, 5-bolt, simple, nothing special. GT platform pedals. Still got the GT logo on them. KMC chain, 1-speed with the quick release, which is kind of cool. I like that it has the lock. I don't have to break the chain every time I want to take it off. There's the nice GT logo. I want to say the back wheel is stock, because I remember them coming with this GT hub. Now, I don't remember is his came with the sealed bearing, which would have the flip-flop hub, but I think, I mean, it was like a $500 bike when they first came out in 95. So it was pretty up there, but it wasn't like, it's completely up there. But this could be the stock rear wheel, which doesn't have any name on it that I could tell. Interesting enough, is wrapped up in a dyno I don't know. The guy said it was like a Hot Wheels bike, so it's got like flames on it, which wouldn't be my first choice, but because she's going to be ridden on the street, it's fine. You know, as long Fireball. There you go, Dino Fireball. As long as I don't hit anything too aggressive, as long as I don't take it on the dirt, these tires for street use, I think, are going to be just like amazing. They're going to ride smooth. They're going to hold air. They're going to be comfortable. They're going to be cush. And, you know, yeah, they're not as nice looking as knobbies. But, you know, I'm not riding in dirt anymore. It's just not what I do right now. Maybe later I'll throw on some knobbies and go take her off-road. Standard V-brakes. Looks like someone just polished or sanded down whatever they were. They look like just some regular Pro Max or some Tech Rose. I kind of do want to throw some Box Series on here. Even the Box Series 3s. The Box Series 3s are underrated. They're good price, good quality, and they just hold up. They do have this awesome brake stop if you want to do cantilevers, which by 95, I think most bikes were coming with V-brakes, but it's just cool that they have the option to run a cantilever. You know, it's just nice to have the option that you don't have to run it on the C-clamp, little whatever that it was called that would stop the cable. It's just nice to have the option, even though V-brakes do work better, guys. V-brakes work better. I like cantilevers personally, but, you know, performance-wise, V-brakes work better, sorry. It's got a double seat post clamp. No name. I'm sure someone swapped it off. I remember them coming with like a single one. But I mean, that's like a $20 fix. It's got the fluted saddle, which I'm a huge fluted saddle fan for my vintage road bikes. On this one, it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too good. Kind of looks out of place, but because I'm a big fan of the fluted saddles, I'm biased, so screw it. The seat looks like someone reupholstered it and did a decent job. You can tell right here it has like a little cushion where it shouldn't. It should be just boom. So it looks like someone just, I mean, I'm guilty of myself where I just take off the bolts, put a piece of vinyl or a piece of fabric or whatever I have. Actually did a pretty good job. It's good enough to where I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to leave this particular seat on there. It's because, you know, it's black and it looks nice. The cable is, you know, it does need new cable. They did one thing that I haven't seen on this particular one. Usually the cable runs from the side up. Once again, the side up. This one went through the bars. I'm assuming because the cable wasn't long enough, so they just went through the bars instead of going around the bars, which is weird to me. I mean, it works fine. The brakes work fine. I've never seen that before. But, you know, I do like the black bars because they match the black cranks. So the black bars and the black cranks kind of tie in the blackness, if that makes sense. It's got a GT stem, BMX stem. Standard GT. It would have had the GT printed on here, but I guess over the years someone polished it in. You know, it was never stamped. It was just printed. That I do remember. Let's see what else here. It's got some nice. It's got a nice headset. What is that headset? Does it say? It just says headset. That's pretty much what it says. I'm sure it's a brand, but it just says literally A and then headset right there. I did swap out the spacers for carbon fiber just because I had them, like literally just because I had them, or else I would have left whatever I had on. The problem was I wasn't getting enough bite from this, so I needed to add another spacer. But instead of the only ones I had were carbon, so instead of having one carbon, I actually took out what I had and added these two carbon ones instead. And then let's see, the forks are just regular GT forks. They are the matching forks for this frame, so that's pretty cool. And then the front wheel is a low-end Joytech hub. with yeah, they took off the sticker or the branding or whatever you want. Like they debranded it, I guess you would say, but it still has the Firewall tire with the little flames on the front. And you know, here's a little GT stamp right there with the GT Chromo 4130, the old school logo with the wings, and you got 100% 4130 chromoly. So yeah, this is it. Now I already went down, tore it apart, and re-greased everything. I didn't have a cable, or else I would have switched the cable. But once again, I might change the brake set, so hopefully that comes with a new cable. But new grease in the headset, new grease in the front wheel, which you could kind of tell still has some grease right there. I did put new grease in the bottom bracket, which, you know, it's visible right there, the little pink stuff. And then can you see it in the rear? You see a little spot right there, a grease that I missed. And I also semi-trued the wheels to a point, because the wheels were, all the spokes were like 95% loose. So I did go back and readjust the spokes. I don't know what to say, guys. So there you have it. That's my GT Fueler. And in a way, I know she's just a bike, but brings back so many memories to me and for my brother-in-law who I lost. So Yard Sale Cycles out.